This tutorial will show you how to capture your nature recovery projects in our Actions for Nature Mapping tool. It's important to note you must have landowner permission before you capture any projects. After logging in, go to My Actions for Nature on the left of the screen and then click Add a New Project on the top right of the screen. Here you can now choose between a site-specific or a broad project. In this example, we'll click Site-Specific. Enter the name of your project and its status, whether it's ongoing, what stage of development it's at, or whether it's complete. You'll be asked if your project is part of an agri-environment scheme. Click Yes and enter details of the scheme, or click No to continue. Next, you'll add a boundary to your project. You can upload a file from GIS, or you can draw the boundary using our Polygon Selector tool. If you're uploading a GIS file, make sure you create a zip file with all shapefiles included. If you're having trouble spotting your parcel of land, you can switch between map and satellite views. To draw your boundary, click the polygon symbol on the left of the screen. You can enter your postcode using the search function or click on the map to establish the starting point and click to add points along the boundary line. The drawn polygon doesn't have to be perfect. Approximate accuracy of your project boundary is fine. Now you're required to choose at least one nature recovery action, with detailed definitions of each in information circles on the right of each option. Add any species relevant to your project, typing and adding them as needed. If you don't know the answer to a question, just select No and move on to the next step. Decide if your action targets a nature-based solution. If you're unsure about definitions, select No or choose options that match your project. You'll be asked if any broad habitats were present on site at the start of the project. There are 2 pages of habitat types for you to choose from, and you can select as many as are applicable to your site. You'll then be asked if your nature recovery action will result in a change of habitat. If you're not sure, click No. However, if you do know, click Yes and select from the options provided. You'll be asked who owns the project site. Select from the options provided, or type the name of the landowner into the free text box. Similarly, you'll be asked who manages the project site. Again, select your answer from the options, or type the name of the site manager in the free text box. The next page will ask you details about the project, including funding sources, partners, website details, and project outcomes. If you're unsure about any of these, you can leave them blank and press Save and Continue. However, the more detail you can give us, the better the picture we can build of all the incredible nature recovery work that's happened or is happening in Kent and Medway. And that's it. Your project is now registered on the map. Thank you for taking the time to enter your project into the Actions for Nature Mapping tool.